Hi, I'm Jacob L. Grant.
And I'm Mark Russell.
And we've recently completed work on a medieval fantasy novel titled The Stormcaller.
Now our publisher would like you to believe that it's a work of fiction, but in actuality,
we were eyewitnesses.
Here we are in the Library of Congress. This is where we do most of our work. I thought there'd be a few more books here myself. There. Here we are on the Isle of Turmak. We're here at Mount Carlos overlooking the Cameo Gorge, which you can see in the background right there. My friend Jake here, he's just observing the battles and stuff that are going on down there right now.
We strived for historical accuracy while writing The Stormcaller, and we're doing that again with Book 2. We're in constant contact with Erasmus, the bookkeeper of Freeport. In fact, we just received a correspondence from him. Do you still have that?
Oh yeah, here. Yeah, he hasn't heard an email yet. Still writing in pen. He's got a good hand though.
He does have a nice hand. The Stormcaller is a story about many things. Redemption, forgiveness, war, sorrow, death, discovering oneself, finding your place in the world. It's laced with metaphors and a lot of spirituality. The story follows two main characters. Andrea, who is a young slave, who discovers that she has this incredible power and is about to take part in an epic prophecy. Then there's Legion, who is kind of following the same path, only he's coming the other way. He was formerly a man with a lot of influence, a knight of Freeport, one of the best, but he betrayed the city and has pretty much become a monster figure.
Yeah, I came up with the idea for the Stormcaller in my grandmother's living room. I was actually just swinging a yardstick expertly as a sword, and through that I transformed myself into the character of Legion using my little peewit imagination, and I walked through basic story ideas with Legion swinging this sword. I even broke a light bulb in the chandelier that was above my head. But hey, that's the stuff that happens in the creative process, I guess. I had started to write various things and trying to write the story, but I have a hard time writing. I get blocked. So I approached Jacob here about helping me out. He had written a story called The Maker's Child when he was just like 16 years old, and it was published. And I said, well, he can do it. So I approached him with the idea, and he said he'd do it.
When Mark presented me with his outline, it was about a page long. We started off taking that, and we spent a couple months fleshing out the outline to about a 45-page outline, and then I took it and just wrote it. And throughout the writing process, Mark and I met periodically to talk about plot points, story twists here and there. I'd come up with ideas, share them with him, he'd knock them down, he'd come up with ideas, I'd knock them down, and we'd argue back and forth until we had it right. A lot of detail went into creating the Stormcaller. We spent countless hours working out scale, designing cities, calculating distances and walking times, trying to make sure that our time element throughout the story didn't contradict itself.
Well, I think there's a group of gray men down there. They're carrying away some people. That's amazing. We won't be able to disclose any more information though, because this is secret, and also we can't intervene. Press, not allowed, non-intervention. We ventured down here in the heart of Turmak. We're just outside Freeport now. We wanted to give you a glimpse of one of the key scenes in the from the Stormcaller. Here we have a scarred tree. This is the only evidence of a great battle that took place on the plains outside of Freeport itself. We'd show you a shot of Freeport, but Erasmus said that was strictly a no. The process of writing this book took approximately 6 years. There were some periods on and off
of intense turmoil!
What he said. We took some time off here and there, do things, you know, snowboarding, work. Marriage. I got married. Yeah, Jacob didn't get married, so he's single. If you were a hot chick, want to send your picture to Jacob. Well, let's talk about me, shall we? Because I'm the only one that's really important here.